How you doing, guys? It's Jules. Welcome back to another weekly update, the second to last update of 2020. Thank goodness. Every year since I started this channel, at the end of the year, I do an end of year review of like all my cross stitch progress for the year, as well as sort of a preview for the coming year. And the one I'm going to do this year is actually the 4th annual end of year review. That's pretty amazing. I have so many videos, like probably over 300 at least at this point, and it's just crazy. It's just, you guys there's some of you guys that have been here from the very beginning, like 300 videos ago, 4 years ago or something like that. And then there's some of you guys, this might be your very first video that you've seen from me. But no matter who you are, I appreciate you being here. And I appreciate you giving me your time, because I know that there's hundreds of other FlossTubers out there that you could watch. And you're here watching little crazy me. So I've been watching my end of year video for 2019. And two things I have to say. One is I'm a lot younger looking and thinner, and like a lot less gray hair, white hair going on. You can't really tell with this camera angle, but I'm like looking at it going, wow, I looked a lot younger. I mean, just a year? I mean, it's been a long year. But and then number two, yeah, it was a rough year for cross stitch in my house here, in terms of just what I've gotten done. But this is Monday night right now, so I'm going to record the weekly update now and then release it probably on Tuesday, because I want to film the end of year possibly tomorrow night. If not tomorrow night, then Wednesday, and I want to then release it either Wednesday or Thursday. I have one more video besides that I want to get out before, say, the end of the weekend, and that's basically the Stitching Jules Design Etsy store parade of not whips, but parade of projects, and so parade of products, I should say. And so that's my goal. So I got a lot of filming to do over the next couple of days. So I didn't want to wait until too far. It'd be really nice to have it all done ahead of time, and get it out earlier than to wait, and maybe who knows what happens. I mean, my life has been completely upside down this year, so I can't assure myself that I'll have time in a week to get these things done. So they're getting done now. So I have a humongous pile of projects over here. I mean, it's just, I'm not even going to show you. It's crazy. And so I just can't. But I wanted to go through this past week's progress and where I've gotten with some of these pieces before I do the big show, And so we're going to show, I think there's 4 projects that I worked on this week. First up, I'm going to show you the new one that I started, and this is one of my own. And gosh darn it, I don't have the picture of it right in front of me because I didn't think that far enough ahead. But I'm just going to show you a little bit of Empire State Workers. And I don't know if you can tell. You kind of can tell, actually. This is the far left of the picture. This guy is lighting a cigarette for this guy. 1933 or so. That's what they did. So I got about 200-300 stitches done on this one this week, at least. But we're working on those 2 guys over there. We got a lot of place to go. Oh yeah, but then I kind of did a little hand serge. Not really. It doesn't look good, but it worked. And so I went this far. I might actually get some freight check and work on that. It's a lot faster to do that, obviously. It would be even faster to actually just tape it. But I know that a lot of you out there would probably have a heart attack and be done with me forever, potentially. But anyway, lots of fraying. So, because I cut this piece down from a larger piece of Ada that I had decided that I wasn't going to use for the project that I had gotten it for. So we are recycling and reusing our Ada here, which is awesome. So there's that one. I did just a smidgen on another one of my pieces, Lincoln Memorial at Night. Can't even really tell. And so just a bit more. Again, I don't have a picture for it right here available, so you can't quite tell And look at how stiff the Ada still is. It's so stiff. Now, could I wash this? Could I put it in water and let it soften? Yeah, sure I could. But I do enjoy manually softening up my fabric as I work with it more and more. So I'm not terribly worried about it. And then I've had a few comments as of late where people are worried about the gridding that I use and the gridding pen that I use. And some people have had issues with gridding and then not having their grid lines come completely out. I've not had that problem. I don't have that problem. Maybe we're not using the exact same gridding pen, which, again, of course, I don't have right in front of me. And but I'm happy with it. I think it works well. And when I've washed it out, when I've had to wash it out, it's done a pretty good job. So that is going to go over there. And I didn't get any work on Reaper this week. I decided I actually stitched quite a lot on Dachshund. 407. Check out Dachshund. So I took it off of the roller frame so that I would have it completely available. Let me pull it back here so the light keeps going in and out on it. So I started up here, and then I decided that I was going to come down here because I was just going to get a lot more done if I came down here. The light keeps dancing off of it. But so I just did a bunch more of the blue, got a little bit more of the dark blue, and probably got about 600-700 stitches done on this piece this week. But you guys get to see, this is how far I've gotten along with Dachshund, which ironically, so I've rewatched most of my video from last year about the progress I got done, and I was only a little way through this piece. Like I had just sort of restarted the piece after I had sort of lost the prior one. Do you guys remember about that? When it was missing for months and I still never found it. Still have no clue as to what happened to it. But I'm actually really happy about this Dachshund piece. In fact, the pieces that I'm showing you today, with the exclusion of my personal designs, were probably the ones that I got the most stitched on this year, with the exception of one piece, which is going to be a surprise. And I'm really happy that Dachshund saw so much progress. And really, saw the most progress in the last, I'd say, month or so. Once I put it on the roller frame, I really got a lot of stitching done. So anyway, I'm super happy with where I'm at with that one. And we're just going to keep rolling with it. We're going to be positive and we're going to roll with it. And then finally, the one you've all been waiting for. Well, I don't know if you've all been waiting for it, but some of you guys have. Rainy Waterloo Place. So I have been stitching on this one this week a lot. 600-700 stitches at least, minimum. I don't really know for sure. Another thing that I need to keep better track of, and I want to keep better track of, is how many stitches am I getting done in a week's time? It's a little piece of statistical whatever that I can do that, one, will help me keep track of, what's my progress like? Like, what am I getting done? What am I working on? How far do I have to go? With Pattern Keeper, it's so much easier to do that with, because it tells you how many stitches you do per day. It shows you like where you are overall on the project on a percentage basis, as well as total stitches. The only one that I can't really do that on is Dachshund, because it's a paper pattern. It's not a PDF file. So that one's the only one that I won't have it on, but I think I pretty much could do every other pattern that I have right now, I should say. So let's look at Rainy Waterloo Place. It's so pretty. I just can't stand it. So as we zoom in here, if you guys remember from last week, let me fold this over so it's easier to hold. I had issues with converting from a paper pattern, an old paper pattern, to the digital file, and I had to restart. I had stitched about half of this top page, or over half, and then realized that I was doing the wrong section. Basically, my paper pattern and my digital file, their page breaks did not line up the same, and I didn't realize that until I was about halfway down this page. So I had to frog it all out, I had to rip it all out, and then what I decided to do, just to be safe, was I started at the bottom. And I got a lot of stitching done at the bottom, and then I thought, well, I'll just work my way across. But this week I changed my mind because that's what I do. And so I basically just started kind of stitching up, and then I just made my way up till I found the top of the page. So that's what I did. So now I can basically go across, go down, whatever I want to do, and super happy about it. Super happy. So we've got a new start. We've got a new place with this pattern. And where am I at? Where am I at with reading Waterloo? I just wrote all this up, and I'm gonna need to. I don't know how I'm gonna show it, but so right now I'm at 74% done on this project. I've done 66,000 stitches. Ta-da! So that's pretty cool. Now, I would tell you that I plan on finishing this next year. However, based upon watching myself from a year ago talk about how much cross stitch I was going to get done in the following year, don't trust me. I can't trust myself. I just can't. So I just don't know what's going to happen. You know, we had a crazy year. A lot of people got a lot of cross stitching done. That was not me. I was home a couple of times, quarantined, and outside of that, I didn't really take that much time off. And I had a lot of work stress, as you guys know, if you've been following me this year, this lifetime. And it's so funny because in the video, I talk about how excited I am for 2020 because I've been working so hard on this work project thing that we're doing, and this building expansion and this construction thing, and we're almost there, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to make a big difference in my life, and we're like basically a year later, and we're only now just almost ready to open. We got state approval. We just need local approval. So we're still waiting on that local approval. So, but hopefully that comes by the time you guys see that video. Hopefully it's come. And so I hope so, because we have reservations starting on Wednesday. We'll see what happens. So I don't know. So it's just so funny that I remember last year after the end of year video that I had a lot of comments where people were like, don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you're not making progress on your pieces. And if anything, this year felt like it was worse. I mean, honestly, it's just, the stress level was through the roof. And when I'm stressed, I don't stitch. I just don't. I have to be relaxed and happy and comfortable to stitch. And I didn't stitch much until I got to the end of the year. Now, one good piece of news, let's see, how do I say this? I was able to go into my old phone, my old Pattern Keeper files, and grab those old files and bring them into my phone that I have right now. And so that's good news because I can now start stitching on projects like Old World Map 2, Apothecary Shop, baseball if I choose to, all those different things. And I definitely want to get back on Old World Map 2. You may notice that I got more of my organization kind of up on the wall. Are they filled yet? Nope. I'll probably organize that as I kind of start working a little bit more on Old World Map 2 again, because I'll need to find floss, and I'll need to go through everything, and I'll need to start sorting it out. So I think that's going to be a bigger incentive for me than just picking a day this week and saying, I'm going to get my floss organized, because that's just not how my brain works. And so, so there's that. Oh, so Pattern Keeper. Yeah. So I got, and the very sad thing is that, and you guys will probably tell me that, no, there is a workaround, but my Golden Kite, which is Old World Map 2, it was password protected. So it didn't really save the progress because it's password protected. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I basically went in and I was sort of at a page break anyway, so I was able to just mark off all the pages that I've done. And on Old World Map 2, I have done a total of 51,000 stitches. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, that's so sad. I've done more on Rainy Waterloo than Old World Map 2. Oh my gosh. And so if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, watch a little bit later this week when I release the end of year cross-stitching review. There's a lot of patterns that I have not touched in a very long time. It looks like Apothecary Shop saw maybe 200 stitches done on it this year. Maybe. Baseball actually saw probably more like 600-700 stitches. But I'll go ahead and spoil it for you guys. So if I have the top three, let's see here, the top three patterns that I've likely got the most progress done on this year, and not in any particular order. Reaper saw a ton of progress. I'm just double checking. I mean, I did start and finish raising the flag, but it was a smaller project compared to everything else. But I almost doubled my stitch count on Reaper in just 1 year. And Rainy Waterloo, maybe. Dachshund saw a lot, but I don't have a count for it. But Dachshund definitely saw a lot of progress. I think the one pattern that I did the most on in terms of just completion percentage but haven't finished is Boba Fett. Believe it or not, we haven't looked at Boba Fett in a while because I'm still sort of, I've been like balancing back and forth whether or not I'm going to finish it. And then, of course, then they had to bring Boba Fett back on The Mandalorian. So, I mean, come on. Of course I got to work on him. And then I realized I looked at the end of year for last year, and I had done, I'm going to show you Boba Fett. I had only done about like half of Boba Fett. Is this half? No, I think it was this. I had only done like about this, like this part right here. I got so much more done on him. Actually, I'm starting to see. I don't know. Maybe I got to continue filling him in. I'm probably really not that far away from finishing him. Now that I'm looking at him from behind. Sassy Fett. I'm so close. I'm so close. But yeah, Boba Fett was like the one that I got the most progress done on. But there were plenty of others that I barely touched. And that's disappointing. That's disappointing. But a lot of things happen. All right, I got to stop just babbling away. So there's a lot of good stuff to watch this week. A lot of long cross-stitch videos. So if you're hanging out at home and you're stitching and you just want to hear me babble in the background, then that's the sign language version of me babbling in the background. Then this week will be a good week for me babbling. All right. So look forward to that. Look forward to seeing you guys for that. And so you'll see this on Tuesday. And then the video, the big end of year video, will either be out on Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to shoot for Wednesday, though, if I can get this done soon. So, all right. I'll see you guys later. Have a great Merry Christmas or anything else that you celebrate. Have a wonderful end of 2020 because gosh knows, can't wait to get done with this year. So I will see you guys in another video really soon. Bye. Okay. I was just kidding. Bye.